Still fighting this cold.
Hey, you guys. Welcome back to both sides of the mic, the real, his, and hers, where we talk about real life, real relationships, and all the messy, sometimes uncomfortable things that make us human and occasionally make us question why we ever thought that adulthood was a good idea. Before I bring Will on here to start trouble and then pretend he's innocent, I want to hit you with something that actually matters, you guys. Your omega balance is wrecked, okay? Not maybe, not for some people, not for the only if you eat like trash people. No, I am telling you, 97% of you are out of balance. 97%. And that's basically everybody except three people who eat salmon for breakfast and sardines for lunch. Like it's their side hustle. So if you're walking around tired, inflamed, cranky, foggy, puffy, snacky, or ready to fight strangers in Costco, do not blame your age. Don't let doctors gaslight you. Don't blame your personality. And it's not that bullshit Mercury retrograde or whatever people blame their life troubles on. I'm just telling you, test, don't guess. Your body is talking, your cells are screaming, and a very simple omega test can tell you what's really going on instead of WebMDing yourself into an early grave. Okay. One drop of blood, bitches. One, like you've survived childbirth, you've survived heartbreak, marriage, divorce, custody battles, family group chats. Trust me, you can survive a finger prick. Okay. Now that I have humbled a few of you, we're going to bring in the legend himself, my co host, my bestie, the man who has signed more divorce papers than autographs. What's up, Will? And be nice to
Speaking,
him, you guys.
speaking of prick, here's Will.
That's so funny. I thought of that.
Oh my gosh, good. Hey, I mean, since the last time we spoke, there's like a foot of snow on the ground. How have you been handling
That's
it?
all you got?
We
Oh,
got, yeah, we got about a foot, yeah.
we got more
But
than that. It's
no, you're
so
closer
pretty
to the
though.
lake. So.
Yeah. I like my view now, like all the snow, everybody got out of the driveway. Now, if it would just like stay white like this, I'm super happy because if it's going to be
Yeah.
cold, at least give me a pretty view,
Yeah,
you
my
know?
backyard's surrounded by pine trees, like a big fortress. And
Nice.
then that green with the white lane, oh, it just
Yeah,
looks good. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Get you in the spirit.
Yes. All right, this is our post Thanksgiving episode, Thanksgiving weekend. Are you guys still
Yeah.
on vacation? Or are you back on the grind?
No, we're back on the grind. I was busy all day yesterday, and then as soon as I'm done with this, I've got a ton of stuff to do after this as well.
Damn.
So, and then Friday we fly out for a conference. So
Nice.
out in Colorado. So
Colorado.
yeah.
Ben says Colorado.
Cat,
He's got it.
cat.
Michiganders have an accent, you
We
guys. They
we
try to
do.
say no, but they do. And like he
We
says
do.
weird shit like Oregon. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oregon, like Oregon Trail,
Yeah.
Oregon.
Oregon.
Dal. Girls are gonna play with their dals. I got a beret. I'm like, what are you speak English? This is America. I don't know what you're saying
It
to
was
me
that
right now.
we missed that day in school or
Oh my
something.
God, it's so funny. It's
Pronounce it our
so
own
funny.
way.
It's funny. But
It
yeah,
is.
no, that's I'm excited for you to get over there. The mountains are great. You couldn't pay
Yeah.
me to live in Colorado, but how
Yeah,
fun
some
though.
resort. Yeah, some
Yeah.
resort. I was looking it up and looking for, things to do when we're
Bougie.
we have
Bougie.
hey, that's what I hear. That's what it looks like. Very bougie.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? We'll see.
So I got this topic, today's topic from Will and his wife, actually. I know
Oh,
that your wife messaged me a couple weeks ago and was talking about it, and then we got off on another topic and I got distracted. But we're gonna talk a little bit about money issues and child support because
oh,
Ben and I
yes.
we're talking the other day, and
Hmm.
do you guys have separate accounts or do you have joint accounts?
We have a joint.
Okay. This is that's obvious to me. Like that's how it should be, right? Like if marriage
Mhm.
is two becoming one, then money should not be living a double life, right?
Right.
But I'm so shocked. Like a lot of couples have separate accounts.
Hmm.
My kid is even doing this, and I don't know, like I haven't really talked to her about it. I'm glad she is because she's not married yet, but they just bought a house. So I am, it's weird to me. But yeah, Ben's like, yeah, one of my friends at work, like they don't share a bank account.
Yeah.
That's so weird to me.
Yeah.
Has it, I mean,
Honestly, it hasn't always been like that for me. There was points where it was like that, and then uh, it was just very hard to keep track of. And then
yeah,
next thing you know, you spent too much, you spent more than what you had, and then all of a sudden there's fees and all that stuff. And then at that
right.
point in time, I said, nope, we're separating accounts. But no, we haven't had an issue, and I'm pretty I'm pretty good at I pay all the bills and stuff, so I have a pretty good eye on all that. So
Yeah.
it's been good. So
Well, I feel like it's a huge red flag. Like it's a red flag to me. Like there's some
it's,
trauma going on if you can't share an account. Is that, you know, I,
I
I
think what
mean,
it is mostly is a lack of communication and
yeah.
irresponsibility. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You know, hey, do we have enough in there so I can order this or I can buy that? And I'm just as guilty. I've done it, and then I was like,
Right.
oh shit, you know.
Yeah.
But you learn from it, and it's like, hey, I better check
Yeah.
that before I do anything with it.
Right.
But yeah, but no, we've got it down pretty well. So
Well, I think there's some people out there that are having issues with like I don't know, maybe a fear of losing independence, or maybe you had like super controlling parents, um
hmm
past relationships where, you know, money's maybe used as a weapon, or like I don't
yeah,
want someone telling me no, right? And I know that's the rules in my house. If I want something, there's going to be extra income coming in. You know,
yeah,
that's how it goes. Oh my
yeah.
God, that just reminded me. I have some terrible news.
Oh no,
I have to sell my motorcycle.
no.
I do. Only because, listen, you guys, I have this really gorgeous 2022 Chief Dark Horse. Like it is a
It's sick.
gorgeous, it's fucking nasty. It is so nasty. I am obsessed. But here's the thing, like that bike deserves to have someone who's going to put miles on it. It cannot just sit in my garage. And we have decided without a doubt, like I'm not going to be working outside of the home anymore at all. And the fact that anytime I leave, I have kids with me, like it breaks my heart. But it
Like
sits
when
in
do
the
you get a
garage.
chance? Yeah,
Yeah,
when do you get a chance to use it?
yeah. And then nine times out of 10, if I get a chance, like it's because Ben and I can go on a date night, and like it's a very hard decision to be a passenger princess or to ride my own. And I flip flopped it pretty good, but we're talking like my bike's going to get out of the garage 4 times in the summer. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Like it's
That
just
that
going
doesn't
to,
even pay for the insurance that you hold on it.
no, exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's so, yeah. If you know anybody, or if you guys are listening and you want a really sexy bike, I mean, this bike is fucking badass. And like,
Mm,
it
that's
made all the
sick.
boys cry. I'll just say that, like, super jelly.
I had a tear. I was like,
Yeah.
no.
It's a great bike. So keep an eye open, an ear open if someone is looking. I know this is the worst time of year, but like the decision's been made and I just can't let it sit in the
So
garage.
now
So
now you're gonna be a passenger princess then? When you get the
yes.
all right. Well,
And
hey.
nobody's ever
Hey.
gonna look at me and be like, "Ooh, she's badass." Like no one's ever gonna see that, and I'm sad, but it's okay.
I
And I
think it's
think,
just honestly, Brandon, it's all on your dismount, how you get off the bike. It's like,
ooh,
yeah.
I want to
Just bro.
I want to go in the garage and practice my dismount.
Right? Just do a double axle, triple Lutz.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it
Sorry.
out.
But Will is too, he's such a jokester.
Yeah.
I tell you
If I
what.
could really, if I really, I mean, if I could, we just wanted a close up of the fam. It's fine.
I don't.
A real flex is going to be having Ben ride bitch. You know what I mean?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
he would
Yeah.
never. In his wildest dreams, he would never let me, never
Yeah,
let
I
me.
could see that look right now. I
Yeah,
can
no,
see it's just he was just staring at you like,
yeah.
mm-mm.
We've talked about it, like me practicing in the parking lot and stuff, but I'm still traumatized from when I dumped his bike. Like I've not, I drove it one time, and that's because there was a really bad storm coming that we didn't know about, and he didn't want to ride home in lightning. So I hauled ass to his job, and I drove it home, and like I was terrified, white knuckling, just I saw PTSD. So Here's the
Still,
thing. I don't know why I'm scared because I picked that bitch up by myself. Like I fucking picked up a 1,200 pound bike by myself. So I don't know what I'm afraid of. It's not like if I dumped it, I couldn't get it back up again. But
it,
yeah, just trauma,
yeah, I would have
trauma.
blown it. I would have blown an ovary. I picked
Yeah,
it up.
dude.
You're more badass than I am.
Dude, it's all in the legs. I'm telling you,
It
I'd
is.
seen a video where I watched this old guy like face away from the bike and lift up the with his legs, like
Hmm.
holding it backwards. And I'm glad I saw that because I never would have figured it out. And
No.
my kid helped me because like I had to turn around. So I'm holding it upright. So I'm like, she was behind me in the car. She saw everything happen. And so she's holding it and so I could turn around and then get back on it. But I was so tempted to go after that car. You guys have no idea. If I wouldn't have been shaking so bad because I just dumped a motorcycle, I would have gone and I would have beat that car driver's ass. Like I literally would have, it would not have been pretty. So anyway, it's over. And I was just saying that because I'm like talking about, sharing accounts, financial decisions. Like these
Hmm.
are things you guys all have to talk about. And it is part of this is not just a decision because the bike deserves more. It's that every money we spend is just like, I may as well light it on fire. All the money we're putting in the bike, you know what I mean? Because it's not being used. And so it's just one of those things like, what's a smart decision? Can I be super selfish and just keep paying the money on it? Sure. But then by the time I can ride it in 2 or 3 years when the kids are a lot older, is it gonna, how much money am I gonna have to put into it to get it to run right? Bikes can't just sit. It just doesn't work.
No, they have to be ridden. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yep.
anyway, financially, you guys, let's get back on track. I know I have a squirrel brain, but I think it is super important that you guys are communicating. And this is like one of those things I'm just going to tell you guys. And for those of you who are like, I, there's things I don't tell my husband. I'm just going to say that. Okay. I never tell him how much I spend ever. He doesn't look at the bank account. Like if he knew, and he doesn't want to know. That's the thing. He doesn't want to know how much whatever was. Like it stresses him the fuck out. So he just doesn't know. All he knows is that when he needs to put gas in his truck, hey babe, is there money in the account for gas? And I'm like, green light, go ahead. So it's not like I don't, it's it's a mutual secret, okay? But here's the thing, like he knows what we buy, he knows what we have, and so anytime he wanted to look, it's there. Like there's no secrets, everything's a shared responsibility. um and it's, I I don't know, it's that's how you work as one unit. You want
Sounds like
shared financial goals.
sounds like common sense.
It is common sense, but I'm so confused, you guys, those of you that have separate accounts,
His
like,
his his and hers. Yeah, his
yeah,
money and her money. Yeah.
that's
There
not
are
cool
people that
unless
do
your
that.
friend's doing a podcast. And if your friend's doing a podcast, yes, his and hers, everything should be separate. But like
Right.
if you are married and in a relationship, like what is this? Is this like a high conflict marriage? I see a bunch of red flags. Is this like one of those trauma dumps?
I
Like my mom told me never to rely on a man.
yeah, I don't want her to know what I'm spending money on.
Right. The You want to hide your
You know.
OnlyFans subscription? Like that's a red
All
flag to
my
me.
all of my deposits going in there.
Yeah, that's a red flag to me. I would
Yeah.
definitely yeah, no, it's a red flag to me. There's no, like, your bills versus my
The
bills.
the one downfall to it is because we both look at it, quite often just to make sure everything's, which is
Yeah.
good. The only downfall to it is like is around this time and birthdays, like, hey, why did you go to
That's Ben
wherever?
says that too.
Oh,
Yes,
I can't
I
tell you
know.
why I went there, and then you know what I mean. And
I
then it's like,
know.
oh, what are you doing? It's like, well, I'm buying you a gift.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you.
And see, that's the
So,
thing too. Like he struggles with that. He's like, I can't even go buy you anything. But here's the thing, I'm not a gift person anyway. So I'm like, if I have ever needed something, I get it for myself. It's not a big
mhm,
deal. But like it's
yeah.
easy for me to surprise him because he doesn't look at shit. So I'm like, sweet, I can I can do
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Like if I mean, if he had to call the bank right now, he'd be so lost. He doesn't know the secret code and it's his word. Like all this shit is his, but like he'll never figure it out. But it wasn't even a question. I think we had a joint account. Well, first of all, we're red flag toxic, you guys. Like toxic in the sense that literally he asked me to marry him he said he was going to marry me the night we met, honestly. And then after that was just like a lot. Like we moved in together like a month later,
Yeah,
and
he called it.
he called it. He called it. I'm sure he has big regrets now. I'm sure he's like, the fuck did I do? Too late now, motherfucker. I
That's
will
right.
kill you. Death is the only way out. But I
He
just
effed around. He effed around and found out.
he fucked around. Oh, I love him so much. I hope he doesn't
Yes.
really have regrets. I think he doesn't, but I think sometimes, he's like, wow, this was a lot. If he had it to do over again, hindsight, I don't know if he would choose me
I
again.
think sometimes we all have those moments like,
Yeah.
oh my God. But yeah, it's all good. It passes.
Right. Right. I don't know.
So,
I feel like, as couples, you guys, and what I really want you to get from the show today is that money, first of all, is a root of a lot of fights. Okay. That pressure, all of those things. So I think it is very important that you're having these conversations. Like, what do you want the next 5 years to look like? What do your financial goals look like as a team? What kind of lifestyle do you want? What stresses you out financially? And get to the bottom of your money stories. I feel like I just got on the bandwagon of knowing what the fuck an IRA is. Like I was never taught this. When you emancipate at 15, no one walks you through like what smart money moves, what investments are. Like no one teaches you that shit. Okay.
yeah,
I found out by accident.
late bloomers we are, huh?
Yeah, fucking late ass.
Way late.
Way
Didn't
late
know
as
shit
in
about it.
yeah, like we're not even starting an IRA until December 19th. Like that's how late we are. You know what I'm saying? Like we fucked up. And so we're making a lot of smarter choices right now cuz number 1, I think my husband didn't expect to live long, okay? He's the rock star, the party. He's like what do you say? I'm here for a good time, not for a long time.
Right.
So, there was we've made a lot of reckless decisions. I mean, Will knows about a lot of them. It's all been motorcycles, like back to back to back to back to back, stupid ass people.
Yeah.
I can't even, stupid decisions that we made financially, but we're reining it in because it's
Hmm.
important. And we had this conversation of like, what do we want this to look like? Number 1, non-negotiable. He doesn't want me working outside the house. Cool. That puts us in this predicament. And this is what happens here. This is what happens. And we go through all of it. Those conversations are so important. And I think fully joint is so important because this is when you're operating as one unit. And this is when trust, it's like a representation of trust to me. Like I feel like there should be money meetings. I learned this a long time ago, even with myself, because I have bad money story. I have a bad relationship with money and it's a reflection of our relationship with ourselves. That's true.
Yeah.
But like just even getting through your story of what you believe money is and how it works for you and being able to date your money to like be able to sit down and I'm so proud of myself because this is the second month now that I can write all the finances on my planner, what goes in and out today, what goes in and out tomorrow. Like there's no surprises. I used to just be like, run the card. If it works, cool. If not, I guess fuck it. There was no responsibility, you know? It's
Well,
I'm
that's
not
funny. That's the three things that causes divorce. I know at least in America is money,
yeah.
money situations,
Yep.
sex, and communication.
Yeah.
That's what I was told. That's what I heard, anyways. Was
Yeah.
those three things, and of course, money being one third of that. That's huge. That's
Huge.
huge. Yeah.
You can't build a unified life with divided finances.
Yeah.
You just can't. And I watch even couples that I've worked with before, coaching them through this process of just like they justify his money, they justify her money. And I'm like, dude, you guys aren't even married. You're just like splitting rent. And it's not a judgment. Like I'm not judging anybody. You guys can let me know like why it's a separate account. In fact, I'm going to ask that today. That's a great question on Facebook. I haven't been on there for a while. But like there's no I do in marriage. And then we have this disclaimer that says unless it's inconvenient. That's it. We're one. Our life is one, our money's one, and
Yeah.
it's not even that it's romantic. It's not even that it's easy. Like that's biblical. Like just one, everything, and money is an issue in marriage because it exposes everything. It exposes your fears, it exposes your baggage, your control issues, your trust levels, your upbringing, your survival patterns, and your expectations.
Yeah.
and that's it. People think you're arguing about money, but you're really arguing about safety. Like there's something that you're feeling here. Like you
Or
don't want to lose
control.
control. Yeah, you don't want to lose control. Yeah. You don't want to be told no,
Yeah.
or maybe you have an ex that screwed you over or just a trust issue, and of course, we all feel safer managing our own little world. That's a fact, but you can't really be one with a person and manage your own world and not be vulnerable. That's
Yeah.
it. So I think it's important to ask yourself in your marriage, like, are you roommates or are you like in the team
Are you
sport?
together out of convenience?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a scary question. Nobody's going to
That
answer that,
is,
you know?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
take yourself through the process of like, what are you afraid of? Sharing money doesn't make you a prisoner. Like
Mhm.
give each other a personal
Actually,
spending allowance. I don't
I
know.
just makes it, looking at it, it makes things a lot easier when you see
To
it all
share.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, to share. It makes it a lot easier.
I had a business account that my when I opened my LLC, they're like, you need to have whatever,
Hmm.
um, had that separate account. Are you kidding me? I could barely manage one. I was just like, this isn't working. I don't even know what I'm doing with my business in my life right now. It's
Yeah,
still out there existing, the account's there, but it's a mess.
yeah,
Thank
that
God for
and is your husband on that?
no.
Yeah, see, I'm not on ours either,
Yeah,
because, Jenny started that a long time ago, and there's no
right.
reason for me to be on a business account. So,
Right.
and I'm not going to.
Yeah, that's a lot different than a personal account because I mean, business is business. And like, whenever payments still come through, like anybody who's paying for coaching or for, to be on the Listen Bitch podcast, like all that stuff is just automatically flows through there. So there's still stuff coming in. It's there. I don't even know. And I do try to like keep my business stuff separate. So like my Zoom
Personal, yeah.
accounts, everything I pay for the podcast, like all of that comes out of business. But um I don't know. You guys, I'm going to say the truth. I feel like your marriage is going to be as unified as your finances. And that's going to be, your finances are going to be as honest as your communication, and communication is going to be as safe as your trust, and that says a lot. That says a lot. This is not a business partnership. You are not in a business partnership. And if you're struggling in your relationship, it's because you're treating it like a business partnership. Money is part of the covenant. Okay. Um,
It
it's just
is.
it's a mess. And you know what else is tough on relationships is child support. And that's another financial insanity that I it just I couldn't imagine like, trying to I haven't really had to deal with it. I'll just say that. Like my ex-husband doesn't who cares? We don't need his fucking money. Like we've done it. It's fine. I don't want
Yeah.
to, it's a big mess. Long story, but
Yeah.
that's I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. The real talk on this is the thing. And this is a topic that starts a fight faster than I feel like religion or politics does, really, because people are
Yeah.
emotional, defensive, triggered, territorial. Because we're talking about kids, we're talking about money, we're talking about divorce. It's like the trifecta of chaos. And the truth is, there are villains on both sides, there are
Yeah.
victims on both sides, and the system is fucked. It is flawed. The system is fucked no matter where you are or where you live. It's a mess.
Yeah. It is. You want me to elaborate on that?
Oh, yeah, because I don't pay child support and I don't
Right.
have child support coming
Guess
in.
guess what? I have experience with this too.
Imagine that. If we
Imagine
ever,
that.
after 4 marriages, if we ever have something in this podcast that you
Oh
have
my
not
gosh.
experienced, I feel like we're going to do an upgrade. We're going to reboot you with an AI program because that doesn't make any sense.
And to be honest, with everybody out there listening, I'm actually only 26 years old.
You're
Oh,
supposed to dye
jeez.
your beard before you do
Right.
that,
Yeah, I know,
before
right?
you say that.
No, it just shows what a tough life it's been.
Right.
All these great decisions I've made.
Right.
But no, child support. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so first off, Child support is extremely important, okay? And of course, child support is for the well-being of your children and your responsibility to take care of your children, right? So there's a
Yeah.
monetary um, the amount that you're
Yes.
supposed to give to the custodial parent, the main parent that has the custody, to help with things for the children. So
Yes.
their equations and each state's equations are different. I would say the state that I live in is not very favorable for those that are paying. So,
Right.
oh my gosh. But yeah, it's quite ridiculous. And the previous job I had, I was a salary plus commission, and they based it off of everything, including my disability. From the VA. So they added it all together and did an average and said, okay, you're making this much and you're going to pay this much.
Wow.
So if you have a struggle year, like, selling motorcycles,
Mhm.
and if let's say you made 80,000 a year, typically, including all of that, and in this particular year you only made 45 or 50, you're still reliable for all of that. And you don't even make that much. So there was times,
Wow.
there was times, folks, where I did not sell one motorcycle during a pay period, and my check for 2 weeks was $33.
Wow.
And I got a
Live on
mortgage
that.
and a car
Live on
payment
that.
and food and electric and gas. And I still got my kids every other weekend. Hey, daddy, what are we going to go do? Absolutely nothing because
Uh-huh.
I can't afford to do anything. But mom takes us places. Of course they do. Of
Yeah,
course she does.
she
Of
sure
course she
does.
does. Of course she does. So I mean, obviously it really taught me to really hustle hard. And I had quite a few checks that were just $33 out of 2 weeks of work. So
Wow.
that's very discouraging and dehumanizing. And there is not a damn thing I can do about it. So,
And
you
like
know, I,
child support is supposed to help the kid, not punish the parent. And that's a borderline, like it's a
yeah.
punishment to you. Like you're just an ATM. You're a
Oh,
wallet with
yeah.
legs. And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
men especially get screwed
Yeah.
because
I mean, you can have the argument of, well, if you wouldn't have left the relationship, then that where it feels like a punishment, you know. But
right.
for real, they also equate the other person's income, whether if they have a job or not, or any, whatever it may be. They equate their income as well,
Yeah.
and then it formulates this is how much you pay. So, but yeah, it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's bad. You have to take care of your children,
Right.
in that aspect. But I'm also huge on doing stuff with them, and it can be very discouraging when you don't have the money to be able to go do stuff, and
Right.
you just keep pumping it to the other parent, and they're already receiving an income, and you receive zero help whatsoever.
Yeah.
So
And not just that. I mean, both parents need to be providing for their kids.
yeah.
So this isn't like, you know, hey, I'm just going to sit at home and let my ex-husband support us. Like that's not what child support is. That's a whole separate
I'm sure there's
it's
people out there like that.
there are like to
Yeah.
not have a job and just cash the checks and do
Hmm.
whatever you're going to do. And I have no respect for someone like that. Like
Yeah.
you have to bring something to the table, but
Yeah.
it says a lot because I love that you're not avoiding the responsibility. You're doing what you're called to do. Um, but paying unreasonable amounts because the system doesn't care about fairness and only formulas is kind of bullshit.
Oh,
So,
I have a story for you. You want me to
yeah.
tell him?
Yes.
All right. So this is very cool. So never miss a payment, right? And never miss a payment. Always paid on time. Paid directly from my employer right to the child support agency. Paid my fees every year. So on top of child support, you have to pay fees to the state as well to process your child support to get it to them. So you have to pay for all of that. And if you want to review, you have to pay for that too. But I don't make enough money to pay for. I don't make anything to pay for anything. So you're just stuck, right? But anyways, so never miss a payment, right? And next thing I know, because I'm trying to get 50/50 custody of my kids.
Yeah.
This is the my ex's lawyer decides to get a hold of the go back and looking through our divorce paperwork, and my child support was set at X, this much per month or whatever. And apparently, my employer was paying Y because that was the forms that the state sent to my employer, right? So your paperwork says this, which I don't even know what that is. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll just
Right.
agree to it. Let's get this over with. And then the state, after everything was done, sent Y to my employer. So my employer pays it. I see my check's only $33, left in my, out of everything being spent and deducted. And so what happens is they're saying, hey, he's not been paying enough.
Wow.
So he hasn't been
You're
paying
a
enough.
criminal.
So
You're a
so
criminal
yeah.
automatically.
Yeah, so I now am in the rears. I'm just finding this out. I got with my lawyer there, and she's getting with the other lawyer, and they're trying to figure out, and they're saying, hey, yes, indeed, he has not been paying enough, and we are going to hold him in contempt of court because he knew about this. No, I didn't. I did that. Why would I know?
Right.
I'm like, my entire paycheck's gone, and I can see on my pay stubs that X amount has been deducted every single pay. And I'm like, yeah, that's about what we said. Yeah, that's about what it was. And no, they found I got a letter from the state already saying from the state, not what the lawyers agreed upon, for $10,600 and some odd dollars in the rears since I've been having to pay child support for over the last 2.5, 3 years, whatever it's been, whatever.
Wow.
And so now I'm in the rears. I've been faithful in all that, paying all that child support, and now, yeah, we have to go back to court so that they can say, yeah, our fault. Sorry, sorry, employer who is paying his. We sent you the wrong number.
Exactly.
And now he's in trouble. We're not going to hold ourselves accountable.
No.
And say, hey, you know what? That was our fault. He's not at fault. They were paying the amount that we sent them. And so tough shit. So,
I mean, is it really going to be tough shit? I just feel like there has to be some kind of accountability, Well,
you would think that there would be some, but like I said, my state's
you
really
guys
tough on that.
Oh, okay. I was going to say you haven't even been to court yet. And I mean, it's not like you've been dodging it.
It was
literally
brought
have
up.
Paychecks every pay period showing
every pay period showing everything is always paid. Yep. And even in what's even crazy is since I switched careers and went and worked, and I'm working with my wife, with that being sent out, the person that does payroll, because I was very adamant. I said, you need to make sure that
that's the amount.
That's the amount, and so they got a hold of the child support agencies, all of them.
Wow.
And they sent the HR person all of the exact information and what needed to be deducted from my check. So, it's like you ask for the information, they send you the wrong information. You don't know it's the wrong information.
Right.
You pay that amount, and then the person that's responsible for paying is now held in contempt, threatened to have his driver's license taken away, his passport suspended, his vehicles all having liens on them, everything. It's like, I didn't even do anything wrong.
So in one split second, you wake up and all that shit's just done.
Yep.
That's insane to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think people stay in relationships to avoid this bullshit? Because gosh,
I think my kids are like, they look at me and they're like, oh my God, I don't want kids. I don't want to do it. We like our money too much.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I love you guys and I would never trade any of you for anything. You know what I mean? And I'll just deal with it. So a lot of mine and my wife's goals are based off of course, when child support starts dwindling down over the years and stuff because of the age, and in like when we're looking at like retirement and stuff like that. So we're doing things in the process, but also looking at, okay, when are we going to start enjoying life?
Right.
So But yeah,
And that's got to be tough on the relationship. How do you guys communicate through that? Because I can imagine like if Ben had to pay child support in a different household, like I wouldn't be mad that he's supporting his kids, but it would still be an issue of like we have a whole ass house here to support and your paycheck's going to another house like that. I would feel some kind of way.
yeah. You know what? She's very supportive,
Yeah.
honestly.
She's a better
She
person than me
understands it.
then. I like
She,
motherfucker.
she see, and this is what is so difficult for me, okay?
Yeah.
Because I've never been in jail. I've never broken the, I've got a speeding ticket. I guess I've broken the law, but I've, never been to prison. I've always worked
Right.
hard. I've always paid my taxes and all
Law
this
abiding
stuff. And
citizen.
law-abiding citizen, right? So I pay all this stuff, and I'm not in the rears, and then I get this hammered down on me immediately, and then you have, you know, uh, her, yeah, her, her ex, um, uh, only has to pay $33 a week. For,
Oh my God.
like, I don't get it. Like, how? I don't get
Go,
it.
you guys need to go out for lunch and be like, listen, show
Yeah,
me your ways, dude.
yeah, and he'll like pay it like once every like 6 months. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Just
for
one lump
sure.
sum. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And be like, oh, I'm caught up. Oh, I'm caught up. And I get it. I mean, it's neither here nor there, and nor is that $33 a week really helping out with anything
No, not at all.
when I have like $1,700 a month just to one person going out,
Yeah.
If you add up mine total, it's like almost $3,000 a month going out in child
That's
support.
insane to me.
So, yeah, I can't like, yeah,
That's excessive. That to me,
it is
that is
excessive.
excessive
I think it's
because
greedy. It's excessive. It
yeah,
it makes one person be able to prosper while the other one is living off baloney. you
yeah.
know,
And I'm
you
going to
know.
say this very clear.
It,
Child support is for the child. It is not to punish the parent. It's not revenge
right,
for a breakup and it's not reimbursement for your emotional fucking damage. It is not
right.
your lifestyle upgrade. And
No.
this should not be a punishment for leaving. Like this has been weaponized against you and that's fucked up.
And here's one of the biggest things that I even thought of is like when you're with that person, and
Yeah.
let's say I'm with the person that I have, let's say one child with,
Yeah.
right? One child.
Hmm.
And I do this, and I've been with somebody who I have one child with, and I pay them over $1,000 a month in child support, right? Now here's the thing that I'm thinking about. Like it's actually about 1,300 somewhere in there. But here's the thing is if we were together, would I be spending $1,300 a month on that child?
Right.
No, no, not,
Exactly.
not at all.
Right.
Not even with bills, electricity, and all. No, I'm not.
Right.
With what that you got to equate what because their thing is oh well they live there so they have to pay rent. Oh, a minor pays rent now.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that. And then so they also live there and they pay they use electricity. How much electricity are they really using?
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe they have a little bit of video games. Oh, there's food. Okay, I absolutely food.
Yeah.
Absolutely clothing. Absolutely food and clothing. Sure, you're gonna tell me it's $1,000 a month 12,000 or
I have 6 kids. I know how
12
much shit costs, and I'm telling you right now, that's a negative Ghost Rider. Like
I do not spend $1,000 a month on one child.
yeah,
I have
no,
12. That would be $12,000 a month on each child.
yeah,
And that's not even including myself and my wife.
right,
So in order to make ends meet, I have to make $12,000 a month.
yeah, that's insane.
The equation is so jacked, it's not even funny.
Yeah,
It's made really to screw somebody and really to prosper the other.
yep,
Because like I said, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with paying child support. You should take care of your kids.
yeah,
Absolutely 110%. But I think it's a little excessive.
a little. I think
You
it's a
know?
lot, and it's been weaponized, and money should never be the battleground. All right,
Yeah.
and for people like this that are like this, that means the kids are the collateral. That's it. So
Yeah.
I think there should be transparency. Where the fuck is the money going? How much does this kid actually need? And what are the real costs? It is not unreasonable for you to get to know that shit.
Mhm.
That is not unreasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it's like, oh, and then for my daughter, her mom just picks up and moves 3 hours away and say, hey, by the way, we're gonna live 3 hours away. And then it's like, oh, but I'm paying all this money in child support. Yeah, you need to come see her. How the hell am I supposed to get to you? I
Wow.
don't that's like $80 in gas just to get there
Yeah.
and back. I don't even make that in 3 weeks of work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then you
Well,
look like
I know
you're a
you
piece of
guys are
shit parent.
yeah.
So,
I know you guys are smart enough to document everything. Times,
oh
receipts,
yes,
communication, schedules, expenses, every fucking thing. Because
yeah,
you guys have learned the hard way you cannot trust the system. So have
no.
the receipts all the time. And listen, like if you
So
need
yeah,
child support to survive, I get it. But if you need it to support punishing your ex, I don't get it. Like that's just fucked up.
hmm yeah. I don't see it. Yeah, no. And some people, I don't. Some people do live off of it, and they're just, you're the money tree. You
Yeah,
know, and that sucks.
that's embarrassing.
Sucks.
Well, you guys have incredible lawyers. I've seen them go to bat for you guys through all this bullshit.
Yeah.
I have no doubt they'll get you through this. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, in the last court thing, her lawyer was asking for that. Her lawyer said it was 9,100. My lawyer said it was 8,900, and the state said 10,006. So whatever it is,
yeah,
whatever it is, it will be, and it'll get paid. I'm not going to
right,
jail. I won't do well in jail.
right. No,
No, I don't do good.
imagine not. I
Yeah.
imagine not.
Yeah, that'd be calling me Wilhelmina. So, hold my pocket.
Wilhelmina, and I'm like, we heard your podcast. You like smoking meat in a garage late at night by yourself. So we're gonna be best friends.
We already know you. We already know you. Oh my
Wow.
God. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Let me
terrible.
see that brisket, boy.
That's so
No, no,
dumb.
no.
Oh,
That's
that's
stupid.
so dumb.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it though. No, we're gonna keep Will out of jail. So maybe we start a GoFundMe for
For
an
my,
angry baby mama's fund to keep our dads from going to jail. Cause what the
oh my
crap?
gosh. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, that would be nice, but
Yeah.
that'll
No, I
that'll
get
never
it.
happen.
Well, cheers
Um,
to you for being the good guy and getting that
yeah.
paid. And
Yeah.
if you're a vicious ex trying to just keep getting more money when we all know that's not what it costs to support a kid, we know this is about you. And I'm just saying, like, let's grow up a little bit. Let's grow up a little bit.
It's crazy. I remember when we were kids, my parents would take us to the store, and my mom said, "Okay, we're gonna go school shopping. You each get $100.
$100. I still do that.
You each get $100, and whatever you get is what you
Yeah.
get."
Yep.
So we would go to like Kmart or Meijer or
Yeah.
wherever was
Hell
the
yeah.
cheapest, big wheels, whatever you want to call it. And we would get, 4 or 5 pairs of pants, some shirts, and there's your $100,
Yep.
some draws and some socks, and you're
Yep.
done. And a pair of shoes, cheapest
Yeah.
damn pair of shoes you could get. But
Pay less,
that was
baby.
it. Yep. And that, that's the way it was, so, needing 1,500, $1,700. Doesn't make any sense. It's insane. You're trying to make a living. You get more in child support than some people get working 40 hours a week.
You're making more than me slinging a mic,
Right.
Hey babe, we got to get divorced for a second so I can have Will's baby so I can make a living.
Look, I'm done. Oh no, I ain't paying nothing.
Oh, that's
and I know
so
what you're
funny.
like. And I know what you're like. I'd have to talk to you.
There's no hiding. We're gonna work this out.
Oh my God.
That's terrible. That's terrible. I'm saying both sides need to do better because there are deadbeat dads. Just pay your shit, dude. Like
Right.
pay your shit. And I guarantee you're not in as fucked up a spot as Will. Okay. Cause it's been a long
It's
time since I've heard a dad getting screwed this
oh
bad.
oh
So
it's you know what I do though? I look at the positives behind everything.
yeah.
If I hang on to the negative of everything,
Oh, you'll
honestly,
go
no
crazy.
and no one would even want to be around me, honestly,
No.
because all I'm doing is bitching and complaining about everything in life. And
Right.
I don't want to do that. That's not me,
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Even if I have to pay $1 extra every pay
Right.
period until it equals $10,000, hey,
God,
I might be dead by the time that happens, but hey, at least I was paying
you're
it
doing
back.
it. Yeah. That's crazy to me. And you
You know,
moms out there that are just using that have weaponized this, like shame on you, seriously. Like
it's
shame on you.
ridiculous.
Shame on you. I don't know, you
Yeah.
guys. If you leave this conversation and you're feeling a little slightly convicted, maybe entertained, maybe wondering if you need to apologize to somebody or call your lawyer and change your documents or ask your husband if you guys can actually get a joint account. Congratulations. That means you are actually listening. Okay. Remember, your body doesn't lie. Your excuses definitely don't lie. Your relationships don't lie. So if something in your life is out of balance, stop pretending that you can pray your way out of habits that you refuse to change. Okay. You guys do the work, test, don't guess.
I had one thing.
Yeah.
One, I'm sorry, I know you were
No,
on one. I
do
can
it.
see it in your
No, you're
eyes.
totally
You're
fine.
like,
Not at
okay,
all.
so do yourself a favor as well. Do not give the other parent any money for anything without
Outside
it
of
going
child
through
support.
outside of child support. Filter it through child support first and then have it be paid to them after that because you guys heard the amount that I'm owed now in the rears. When we first separated, I gave more than that to her.
Yeah.
So, and guess what? It don't count.
Nope, it doesn't count. Everything gets filtered through
I
child
paid
support.
the
Do
rent,
not
I
give a
bought
dime.
food, I
That's
paid the
bullshit.
car bills, all that stuff. I added it all up and money that I transferred into her account. It was over 9,000, like $400, something like that. Does not
Wow.
count. So
Wow.
filter it through child support.
Wow. That sucks.
If I didn't laugh,
That's
I'd cry.
yeah, no, exactly. That's but it says a lot about your character and it definitely says a lot about the mother of your children too. And I'm just disappointed in that. I'm disappointed in that because like I've
They
tried to
could
talk to her.
say, yeah, they could say, hey, you know what? He did help us out a lot when we separated, and he did
Absolutely.
pay me this much. They won't say that. They won't say anything.
And see, that makes me sad
And
because I would guess
honestly,
she'd
it
have
could
better integrity than that.
if you had that kind of integrity and you would admit that there was that kind of financial contribution and saying,
Yes.
hey, you know what? He actually did take care of us when, blah, 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 when we separated or whatever. And that equals the amount that he's behind. So let's not put him in debt even more. You know what I mean?
Right.
But no, it's greed. It's absolute greed.
And see, that's some grown
So
girl shit. You never know. Like, let's pray for her. Let's pray that she has wakes up with common sense and a heart and just says, you know what? I'm weaponizing this and I am being greedy. And he really did help me out when he didn't have to. And he does pay an incredible amount already. So
right.
why don't we just keep it as is and don't rock the boat? Because I'm telling Will and Jen, I hope their lawyers go full force and get get full custody. Maybe she can pay to support the kids. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
What a
Well,
mess.
my purpose of the 50/50 isn't to have a change in child support.
Yeah.
If that happens, fine, that's great. That it'll definitely be
It
helpful.
doesn't change it, I don't
Um,
think.
and yeah, and even if it's just I just want to spend more time with my kids. I want to
Yeah.
have an influence on them than it just being one solid person. I don't get a chance to have a routine. It's like a quick,
Right.
like a windstorm. It's here, then it's gone, and you
Yeah.
had no influence on anything during that time. And I want to be able to do that and
Right.
create those memories. So
Right.
that's more important to me than money. So
Well, the full custody because they need to be with someone who has common sense and who has integrity and who has heart. Because if they are spending time with someone who has weaponized everything, manipulated the system, and is just hell bent on punishing you, like that's not the person who should get the most of their time. Like I
that's
wouldn't want
true.
my kids with someone like that at all. If you're weaponizing this, if this is all for greed, if it's all for punishment, like I don't want my kids around that.
Yeah.
And it's been proven time and time again. I don't think that's a great influence for them. It's
Right.
just not. So Anyway,
Love it.
you guys, you guys. Okay. So thanks for hanging out with us, for laughing with us,
Yes.
and thanks for letting us say the things that no one else really talks about. So make some good choices today, drink some water, take your supplements, don't fight with people on the internet, and fucking pay your child support. I don't know.
It was brought to you by a glass of chocolate milk.
Hell yeah, chocolate milk.
Celsius, right?
You
I
ditched the
did.
Celsius. Hell
I did.
yes.
I brought down chocolate milk instead.
Growing. These are baby steps, you guys. That's a big deal. Congratulate. Well, let us know what you want to talk about on the next episode. You guys have a great week and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, take care.